Betty, how are you today?
Hey, Minette. Doing great.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dr. Minette Riordan, the founder of North Texas Kids Magazine. I'm so excited to have you guys here and to have Betty Murray with me here as well, one of the co-founders of Living Well. If you've been reading our blog and reading our magazine the last couple of months, you know that I have been going through just this absolutely amazing life makeover process from the inside out. And Betty has been responsible for trying to help me get rid of some of the extra weight that I've been carrying around for a lot of years, and just to recuperate some of the energy and health that I feel like I've lost in the last 4 or 5 years. There's nothing like being a business owner.
Oh yeah.
To really add stress. It's amazing. I gained between 40 and 50 pounds as a business owner, you know, and when I had my kids and I gained that much weight, it came right back off.
Right.
But as a business owner, it's just been a challenge.
What I tell people is much like having a pregnancy and you're birthing this wonderful being, having your own business is much like that, except the gestation period's usually longer.
Well, and I can pinpoint, you know, what was happening, and it was like in 1 year, almost all that weight went on in 1 year, and the difference is that it's been so much harder, and I've been way less motivated to get it off than I did when I was 10 years younger also. So I think that's part of the challenge. So Betty, why don't you tell us a little bit about Living Well and what you guys do here and kind of what your role is and how you've been helping me.
Okay. So Living Well is what Jenny and I'd like to believe probably the most unique healthcare environment, particularly in Texas and maybe even in the country. What we've put together here is actually a combination of healthcare modalities that all work together. So we have physicians on staff that work with finding the underlying condition, bioidentical hormones, those kind of things. And we have
to talk about hormones.
Hormones, I know. But you know, they play such a significant role, particularly in our lives as females. But what's really interesting about the doctors is they are really looking for the underlying conditions. It's called functional medicine, is the type of medicine that they do, but it is standard medical care. And then we have nutrition. Obviously, I'm the nutritionist. We have licensed professional counselors. We have chiropractic, massage, acupuncture. We have life coaching with Jenny, and then we also even have a professional organizing division. Because what's so funny is sometimes the hardest thing about getting healthy lifestyles in place is actually being organized to be able to do it.
We're going to talk to Jenny in the next video, and so I'm really excited for you guys to meet her as well. Because it's, for me, the magic of the program that you guys have put together is that combination of organizing from the inside out, from a life perspective, a health perspective, a wellness, and a food perspective. It's all of it in one big crazy package, because it's not that anything that you've taught me is difficult. The concepts are simple, but it's by no means easy to make some of these changes.
Right. And you can't, you know, I'd say in our earlier lives, when we were like 20, you can cut out sodas, let's say. You can cut out sodas
and drop weight.
Not everybody did that.
That was never true for me anyway.
Some people, you know, sometimes you can make that small little incremental change. Yeah. But as we get older and we add kids to the mix, we add, you know, work, whether you're working for yourself or whether you're a business owner, you add all these other levels of stress and all these other levels of complexity. I don't believe you can get truly healthy unless you touch most of those areas on a regular basis. You know, and then if you have a job that you don't like and all those other things, those are even worse. They can add such a greater stress to it that it makes it almost impossible unless you adjust all those areas at once for somebody to really get healthy.
And that makes perfect sense. And I think one of the things that I have found you to be really talented at is asking, both you and Jenny, really asking the questions to understand what it is that's going on in all those areas, so that we make sure that we're pinpointing them, even though your focus is on, well, what are you feeding your body right now? And let's look at the hormones and let's look at everything. It's making sure that we're doing all the right pieces. Like, I'll share one of the favorite things. My husband is going through this program as well. And one of the tips...
And they're still married.
And we're still married. In fact, our marriage is absolutely, it's better than it's ever been. We're having so much fun. And yeah, it's been great. And one of the things that helped him so much that I think is a really great tip to share with people on a program is that on Sunday he prepares all of his lunches for the week.
Yes.
He went and bought nice Pyrex glass containers that are microwavable, no plastic, so he's not eating any of the nasty plastic stuff coming off in the microwave. But they also keep the food really fresh, so the salad by the end of the week is not wilted or yucky, which I'm like, ooh, I don't want to pack my lunch for Friday on a Sunday.
Those glass containers with the lockable lids will keep a salad fresh.
It's amazing.
Mixed in the fridge. I actually had my own experiment experiment unintentionally in our, as it always happens in the refrigerator here, and it lasted 2 weeks without wilting, including the tomato, which, you know, as soon as you cut tomato, it gets weird.
It gets nasty, slimy.
It looked totally normal. It was almost frightening. I was like, oh my gosh, because no air can get in there. But no air can get in there. But it is true. Obviously what I do is very biochemically driven, what's going on individually with the person, but where the rubber meets the road is, can you enable the changes once we've found out what's going on with your body in your daily lifestyle. Right. So yes, preparing foods on the weekends and getting snack packs together and all those other things that make the rest of the week easier.
I even packed his almonds, right?
Yeah,
he counted them out and put them in the little containers.
But it allows you to be able to keep those actions done in a daily process where it's not overwhelming. People get overwhelmed by the small stuff. We do not get overwhelmed by the big, giant life events. It's the little tiny junk, getting the kids out the door, making sure I have food for the day, and answering my voicemail and email and being on time to work that gets people. It is not the extraordinary events.
And if I try to answer all my email in the morning, I'm late to everything, and I forget my lunch, you know? So, I mean, it's learning.
Yeah, it's learning how to fit all those pieces together.
Well, and how to create a structure and a system so that it all works beautifully together.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, Betty, thank you so much for your time.
Sure.
And we're going to talk some more later, but I really want everybody to know what an incredible process this has been for me and how much progress I've made. So make sure you tune into the next one when I'm going to talk about how I found out that I was allergic to everything that I was eating. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. I'm Dr. Minette Riordan, North Texas Kids. You can find us online at northtexaskids.com.